Hey, what's up guys? JD Vim here, part of Vim Nation Wrestling, and this is my first edition of my daily wrestling news and rumors for today, August 31st, 2016. Let's get into our top story that Alberto Del Rio reportedly not returning to WWE once his wellness suspension is over. As you know, Del Rio, Paige, Eva Marie, they are currently serving 30-day suspensions from WWE for violating the wellness policy. Del Rio, he's unhappy with WWE right now. There's been speculation that he wanted to be leaving for months now, because he's not happy on the direction of where WWE Creative is going with him. And he has every right to feel that way, because this guy's a former world champion. He's being put on the back burner. He's been placed on Smackdown, which I thought was going to revitalize him into a credible heel to possibly go after the WWE Championship. I mean, you need more heels on SmackDown, and I thought Del Rio was going to be one of the top heels because, I mean, you have AJ Styles. I mean, now you have The Miz, but he's the Intercontinental champion, and that's really it. As far as top heels is concerned on SmackDown, you got a lot of faces like Dolph Ziggler. You got Randy Orton. You got you got Dean Ambrose, and I forgot to say Bray Wyatt as well as being one of the top heels. But right now we have to see what WWE is gonna do with him at Backlash versus Randy Orton. Are they gonna do the correct thing and actually put over Bray Wyatt, or is Randy Orton gonna beat Bray Wyatt, which is gonna hurt Bray Wyatt if that happens? But back to the point at hand, though, Del Rio himself, this guy here, like I say, he's immensely talented, very underutilized. I mean, he's not great on the mic, but not every person is who has had success in WWE. But he's only gonna be remembered for a couple things during this return. Number one being John Cena on his return back to WWE and winning the United States Championship, and also as well being the League of Nations, which I don't know if anybody wants to be remembered for that. But I don't know how this is gonna work with Paige now. I know they are, dating or whatnot. I don't know if WWE is gonna actually start punishing Paige because Del Rio wants out of WWE, because we've seen this many times before. Where someone else gets punished for somebody else leaving the company. So, but anyway, it's kind of sad to hear Alberto Del Rio leaving. Hopefully he'll do another shoot interview with RF Video or somebody else doing a shoot interview on his recent run in WWE, so we get some more juicy details of him leaving. But on to our next story here. Smackdown viewership went up this week. Smackdown was at 2.8 million viewers this week. It was up from last week's 2.7 million viewers, and I like to hear this from Smackdown. It's always good to see SmackDown going up in viewership because they have a very great opportunity to be on par with Raw as far as viewership every week. And with the exception of this week and maybe the very, very first week, SmackDown has been clearly the better show between the brand split so far, Raw and SmackDown. So, but SmackDown was number 2 for the night in viewership, behind the have and have-nots, and number 1 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is always is for professional wrestling. They're always number 1 in that 18-49 demographic for the most part. But speaking of Raw's viewership this week, they were at 3.4 million viewers this week. They were up from last week's 3.3 million viewers for the post SummerSlam show. So it's still growing after the SummerSlam post show, which is very good for Raw. And I'm assuming it's going to be even more up from this week because of the return of Triple H and Kevin Owens becoming the new Universal Champion. So great strides for WWE in terms of viewership is concerned. Backstage news on Finn Balor on his injury and return to WWE. It could be as early as the Royal Rumble 2017 Royal Rumble that he can be coming back, or possibly even WrestleMania 33 season. But right now it is too early to tell because Finn Balor has been injured for 1 week. But this would give us a little bit of foreshadowing, foresight on when he can possibly return. Me personally, I would like him to return after the Royal Rumble, possibly in February. just because of the fact that if you have him return at the Royal Rumble, it's going to be kind of obvious for him to win the Royal Rumble a little bit. I mean, at least to me. He should come back around WrestleMania season. I mean, maybe they could have him with the storyline with Seth Rollins, but the fact that they're both faces, I can see Seth Rollins, actually I can see Finn Balor turning heel, but if they don't go with that storyline, I know right now Seth Rollins Triple H is going to be the main thing going into WrestleMania. So who is Finn Balor really going to be paired up with? He's going to be paired up with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor for the Universal Championship. That could be definitely something that can happen as well. Have Kevin Owens have a nice little run all the way up to WrestleMania. So you'll have a little bit of a 5.5 to 6 month time reign. And have Finn Balor win it back at WrestleMania. So those are my two opinions on if Finn Balor returns around WrestleMania season. That will be the way for him to come back in a big way. Also in WWE, sticking on WWE here, the Dudley Boys. Of course, Dudley Boys who just recently got out of their contract, or their contract has ended with WWE. They were actually on par of getting another 1 to 2 year contract with WWE extension, but it did not happen for whatever reason. It did not happen. It wasn't because of money. It wasn't because of they wanted to be put on TV more. They understood when they came back that they were going to be putting over talent, which the Dudley Boys has done tremendously. I don't think they got enough credit for that, for putting over the talent on their comeback to the WWE. They just couldn't agree for whatever reason, and there's no ill will between the Dudley Boys and the WWE from the most part, from what I've been reading up here. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of sad that the Dudley Boys just leaving, and I just kind of wish we could have had a Bully Ray run for a few months at least. I don't care if it was just for like 5 or 6 months for a Bully Ray run. I just wanted to see that in WWE at least a couple months, but we didn't get to see that, and I don't think we ever are going to see that. From the Dudley Boys, or even from Bubba Ray, or Bully Ray rather, in WWE. And our last thing for today here, some TNA news, big TNA news, that recently Dixie Carter has been knocked out as president from TNA. Billy Corgan is now the new TNA president. And it said that Dixie is going to be on her way out of the company. And this is a report from Dave Meltzer from Wrestling Observer Radio that Dixie Carter is now completely out of power. And she may be gone altogether soon, guys. And she was apparently at the last 2 sets of TNA tapings to get some footage, pretty much. And pretty much quickly left after that. And she was not there for the entire week. And pretty much she's out of the company for what it sounds like. And there's not so great things being said about Dixie Carter on the way out. So Dixie Carter, who's been, the financial point of TNA for many years, been part of storylines. She's been on air. She's gone. And wow, TNA, like that era of TNA is over. Like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, the Motor City Machine Guns, Beer Money, I'll even throw in there Mr. Anderson, Abyss. That era's gone. You know what I mean? Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, that era is gone, guys, officially, because I guess the figurehead of everything, who had those guys there with them, she's gone, and that's quite a shock to me. And TNA's changed forever. That's like Vince McMahon. The day that Vince McMahon retires, or God forbid something else happened to Vince McMahon, that's like when he leaves. WWE has changed forever. You know what I mean? That's what this is doing right now with TNA, in my personal opinion. But sad to say that Dixie Carter leaving, but a lot of people weren't really fond of Dixie Carter's direction. Been rumors for years that that she was not really in charge. It was other people in charge. But it is what it is with that. But guys, I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. Leave me your thoughts down below, what you think about this particular day in professional wrestling. And please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, where it is. Both links are down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace out.